AI coding tools have made building software ridiculously fast. One engineer is using Cursor, another is using Claude Code, somebody else is using GitHub Copilot, and suddenly your team is shipping way more code than before. But that creates a new bottleneck. Writing code is easy now, reviewing it isn't. When all this AI-generated code starts landing in pull requests, somebody still needs to verify that it actually works, doesn't break anything, and follows your team's standards. That's where things start slowing down. That's where CodeRabbit comes in. CodeRabbit is an AI code reviewer that analyzes your pull requests, catches potential issues, and even suggests fixes before code gets merged into production. In this video, I'm going to show you how to set up CodeRabbit, how it reviews code, and how you can use features like custom rules, local reviews, and pre-merge checks to build a much more reliable AI-assisted development workflow. Let's get into it. All right, so let's start by setting up CodeRabbit on a repository. I'm using a demo project here that already has a few pull requests and some intentionally questionable code, so we can actually see what CodeRabbit does. To get started, head over to the CodeRabbit website and sign in with your Git provider. It works with GitHub, GitLab, Bitbucket, and Azure DevOps, but for this demo, I'm gonna use GitHub. Once you've signed in, installing it is pretty straightforward. I'll click Add Repositories, select the repositories I want CodeRabbit to access, and then approve the permissions. And that's basically it. There isn't some huge onboarding process or a bunch of configuration you have to do before getting value out of it. Now, the interesting thing here is that CodeRabbit doesn't replace your existing workflow. Your developers can still use Cursor, Claude Code, or whatever coding tools they prefer. CodeRabbit simply sits in the review stage and acts as another set of eyes before code gets merged. So let's see what that looks like in practice. I already have a pull request open here. This PR adds a new user registration flow, and on the surface, everything actually looks fine. The code compiles, tests pass, and if you're moving quickly, it's probably the kind of PR that gets approved pretty fast. But the reality with AI-generated code is that a lot of issues aren't syntax errors. There are edge cases, security problems, missing validations, or architectural issues that are easy to miss during review. As soon as I open this pull request, CodeRabbit starts analyzing the changes automatically. You'll notice that it doesn't just leave a generic summary. It actually goes through the code and starts leaving comments on specific lines explaining why something could become a problem. For example, maybe we're missing terminate failed login here, or perhaps we invalidated the user's session. These are exactly the kinds of issues that often make it through code review because everybody assumes someone else already looked at it. And this is really the problem CodeRabbit is trying to solve. Instead of asking a human reviewer to manually inspect hundreds of lines of AI-generated code, it performs that first pass automatically and lets the team focus on the comments that actually matter. All right, so let's take a closer look at some of these comments. One thing I like here is that CodeRabbit isn't just saying, hey, something might be wrong. It actually explains the potential impact. So maybe a null value could cause a runtime exception, or this endpoint could return an unexpected response under certain conditions. That extra context is important because code reviews aren't really about finding syntax errors. They're about understanding what could break once this code reaches production. Now, in some cases, CodeRabbit will also generate a suggested fix for you. You can see this button right here. You can see this Autofix dropdown right here. Then I'll check the first option. And with one click, I can apply the change directly to the pull request. So instead of copying code from a comment, making the edit manually, and pushing another commit, the fix is already prepared for me. One feature I also want to point out is Atlas, which is CodeRabbit's new review interface. When a review is made, you could access it by clicking Review Change Stack. It organizes related changes into one overview, so you can review the change layer by layer instead of jumping between files. As you go through the review, you can inspect the affected code, understand why a suggestion was made, and navigate the changes without constantly losing context. It makes larger pull requests much easier to follow, especially when AI has generated code across multiple parts of the project. This becomes surprisingly useful when you're dealing with lots of small issues across a large pull request because those little review cycles can add up pretty quickly. Another thing you'll notice is that CodeRabbit remembers your interactions over time. If your team consistently accepts certain types of suggestions or ignores others, it starts building learnings around your codebase and adapts its reviews accordingly. That's actually pretty important because every engineering team has different standards. Some teams care a lot about naming conventions, some care about security, and others are very strict about architecture boundaries. But where things get more interesting is when you start customizing how CodeRabbit reviews your code. All right, let's customize CodeRabbit a little bit. Inside the root of the repository, I'm going to create a .codeраbbit.yaml file. This is where you configure how CodeRabbit reviews your code. I already have one prepared, so let me paste it in. Here, I've enabled automatic reviews and some pre-merge checks. But the interesting part is this section right here, AST Grep. This lets us create custom rules for our team. So let's add the rules folder first, and then we can make a new file containing the rules here. For example, let's say nobody on the team is allowed to run raw database queries directly. We only want developers using our ORM or repository layer. I'm going to create a rule that looks for raw database query calls. Now I'll commit this configuration and open another pull request. Inside this PR, I have a file that intentionally uses db.query directly. A few moments later, you can see CodeRabbit leaves a comment immediately, explaining that this has an error on the code. Plus, it violates our team's database policy. The nice thing here is that we're not relying on a human reviewer to remember every engineering rule anymore. The policy just becomes part of the review process. You can do the same thing for all kinds of things. For example, you can add a pre-merge check that blocks a PR if a breaking API change isn't documented, or create a rule that warns developers if they accidentally log secrets or API keys. As your team gets bigger and more people start using AI coding tools, these kinds of checks become really useful. Now, one thing I don't like about traditional code reviews is finding out about issues only after I've already pushed my code and opened a pull request. CodeRabbit actually has a CLI for this, so let's take a look. For now, CodeRabbit works best at macOS, Linux, and Windows WSL. I'm using WSL, so let's copy the install code here, then paste it in. Once that's done, CodeRabbit CLI will ask you to sign in. So simply proceed by pressing Y. After that, we're already signed in. You can check the status with CodeRabbit auth status to see if you're logged in or not. Now that I'm connected, I'll go to the Git directory where the project is sitting. Let's say I'm working on a feature and I haven't even committed anything yet. I can run CR review. CodeRabbit will review my local changes and give me feedback before I ever push the code to GitHub. You can see here it's pointing out a couple of potential issues in my changes. CodeRabbit points out even a major error like this. I forgot to put the JSON with the argument and an error handling for an empty result. I can fix those issues right now since CodeRabbit also gives you a proposed fix. Then I rerun the command and keep iterating locally without needing to make a pull request. This is honestly pretty nice because it shifts review much earlier in the development process. I can catch a lot of these issues before anyone else even sees the code. And if you're using coding agents like Claude Code or Cursor, you can actually run those agents to generate code, run CodeRabbit locally, fix the issues it finds, and repeat the process until the review comes back clean. So instead of just using AI to write code, you're also using AI to verify that code before it gets merged into your repository. All right, let's look at one more feature because this is something that's really useful if you're working with multiple services. In this example, I have a front-end repository and a back-end API repository. I'm going to add this linked_repository section to my .codeRabbit.yaml file and point it to the back-end repository. Now let's open a pull request in the front end. I've intentionally changed the API contract here. The front end expects one field, but the back end now returns something different. Normally, this kind of issue is pretty easy to miss because the changes live in completely different repositories. A reviewer looking only at this pull request may have no idea that another service depends on this endpoint. But once CodeRabbit finishes its analysis, it can actually flag these cross-repository inconsistencies and tell us that this change may break another part of the system. This becomes incredibly useful once your architecture starts growing because most production issues don't happen inside a single file. They happen at the boundaries between services. So the workflow I like ends up looking something like this. I use my coding agent of choice, I'm using Cursor here, to generate the initial implementation. Then I run CodeRabbit locally to catch issues before I commit anything. I open a pull request, let CodeRabbit perform a full review, apply any one-click fixes that make sense, and finally, let my team review the code with all of that extra context already available. The result is that developers can still move quickly with AI-generated code, but the review process doesn't become the bottleneck. That's why I think tools like CodeRabbit are becoming increasingly useful. It gives you an automated first pass on your pull requests, catches potential issues early, and helps your team move faster without lowering the quality bar. If you want to try it out yourself, I'll leave a link in the description below. You can connect it to your repositories and see how it fits into your own development workflow. That's it for this video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.